Hi everyone. So yeah, it's the last day of pack spoilers. We have spellslinger spoilers. We got so many spoilers today. So I guess I'm just gonna label this as official day one for on the video. But we got spoilers, and we got a lot to go over. We got Chandra. They spoiled the Chandra card. We had character spoils on in story today. We had a lot go on with Kaladesh today. So let's get into it with Chandra. I'm going to see if she pops up after an updating. Nope. Oh well. Chandra, Torch of Defiance. Now, I don't have the art because at the moment it's the NTG hasn't updated yet, but I can actually remember exactly what the card does. So, Chandra is 2 generic, 2 red, 4 loyalty. She has 4 abilities. +1 lets you exile a card at the top of your library. You may cast that card. If you do not, deal 2 damage to your opponents instead. All of your opponents. Good, solid card. The other +1, add 2 red mana. Mana production, red doesn't get that quite a lot. So, good on mana production, great. Now I'm blanking a little bit. -4? No, -3, because you can use it right off the bat. -3 is deal 4 damage to target creature or player, I believe. And then her -7, you get an emblem. Whenever you cast a spell, you basically deal 5 damage to target creature or player. So, I've been hearing a lot. As far as I know, Chandras don't get played very often, because for some reason the Chandra cards look good in theory, but don't play well. This card looks good and looks like it will play well. This card's cheap enough you can get it out pretty easy. She's got a lot of relevant abilities. She burns you to the ground. Oh my god. I would love to use her in some decks. But let's move on. We have Metallurgic Summonings. Our blue mythic enchantment, 3 generic, 2 blue. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create an XX colorless construct artifact creature token where X is that spell's converted mana cost. So that's free creatures with every spell you play plus a spell effect. You may pay this basically the card's mana cost, exile this card, return all instances and sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. Activate this ability only if you control 6 or more artifacts. And 1 second, I want to make sure. Okay, and there's the art right there, and I know it's a little blurry, but I don't want to bother enlarging it. And in case I don't think anyone could actually recognize that, even if the art was enlarged properly. But the story today revealed Tezzeret is on the plane. That's confirmed. Now, will he get a card in this set? That's the question. Because we need a black planeswalker, but because this is blue, that means he's still at least a blue artificer. Could be a black-blue, but I think he's still or he could be a solid black, but I have a feeling he is still a solid blue card. And yep, still hasn't updated yet. But still, the card itself is ridiculous. Are you kidding me? The first ability alone is value because you can just play like unsummons to counteract stuff. You get a little 1/1, or you play maybe a 2 or mana leak. You play a bunch of counter spells. You're getting stuff for. This is just value. It's value. So yeah, great thing. Then we have Bomat Bazaar Barged. It's a vehicle, 4 mana of any color. When it 5/5, when it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Crew 3. If you don't know what vehicles do by now, well, look it up. And there it is. It's actually really good. The art in all of this is just gorgeous. And it's a solid card. It's turn 4, so you're probably going to play it at earliest turn 3. You'll probably have something on the field that you can work into its crew cost, or you at least just draw a card for the time. So good, solid vehicle. Then we have Whisper Weaver Angel. Flying 4/4, 6 mana, 2 white for generic angel. It basically has the blink effect, it's Cloud Shift, basically, or Restoration Angel, except on a bigger stick. There's the art. Doable card with enter the battlefield effects. Speaking of which, Harness Lightning. 1 red, 1 generic, instant, uncommon. Choose a target creature. You gain 3 loyalty, or so you gain 3 energy. Pay any amount of energy. This card deals that much damage to that creature. And we got like 3 to 4 different energy producers at the moment that got spoiled today with the spellslinger. So I even saw the reaction. Some people were just like, That's crazy. What the hell? And sorry, it was update. My phone's updating. But harness the lightning. There you go. Harness the lightning. Yeah, praise be to Jesus. So yeah, that's especially with some of the things here. Like we have long tusk cub. It's a bear. 1 green, 1 generic bear. 2/2. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you get 2 energy. You can pay 2 energy, give it +1/+1 until put a +1/+1 counter on it, making it bigger. There you go. I mean, figure out ways to make it unblockable. They exist in this set. They exist pretty easy in certain, or in the standard, whatever. Find ways to make it unblockable. There you go. Then we have Vault. Forgive me, it's updating real quick. Or not. Well, we'll move on then. I unfortunately pressed the image which enlarged it. Arborback Stomper, which is a beast, 3 generic, 2 green, 5/4 trample. When it enters the battlefield, gain 5 life. Whoop, there we go. I love that. The art on that is just weird. It's just weird. It's like got plants. It's got plants growing out of it. But it's a decent card. It's a big meaty stick with a life gain. So yeah, then you get worst comes to worst, you can just chump block with it against the bigger thing and still have 5 life. Voltaic Brawler. I love the art on this. I'm actually going to enlarge the image on this one because I love just how awesome, vibrant, beautiful, lush this artwork looks on this card. Now it's a 2/2. It's a 3/2 for a red and a green. So it's a 3/2 for 2 right off the bat. That's value. It's a good card. Play it. But then enters the battlefield. You get 2 energy. You may, if it attacks or when this card attacks, you may pay an energy. If you do, it gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. So whoop, there you go. I love the artwork on that. My God, is that beautiful? Just gorgeous artwork. Now, I believe, for as far as I could tell, because they made mention with that Gremlin card a little while ago, I'm pretty certain that you can stack that, so that if you got a lot of energy to spare and you want to really beat into someone, that could definitely help. Then we have Armorcraft Judge. It's a Elf Artificer, 3 generic, 1 red, 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card for each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. So there you go. I could find some uses for that. We don't know how much +1/+1 countering or how much Fabricate's in the set. It's really going to depend on Fabricate. But the Green Colossus Mythic, that's another thing that you can definitely use in conjunction with this. Morbid Curiosity, 2 black, 1 of any color. Sorcery, uncommon. Additional cost, sacrifice artifact creature. Draw cards equal to converted mon cost of the sacrifice permanent. And there's some guy operating on something. Whatever it may be. And if you got some chump, actually using that fox would be really good in that scenario. Because then you get to gain 3 life, draw a card, and draw more cards based on that thing's mana cost, about 3 cards. So yeah, that'd be value. Fortuitous Find, 2 generic, 1 black. Sorcery, choose 1 or both. Return target artifact or return target creature to graveyard. Basically, is what it is, or both. And it's a return effect. Even I'm not quite certain what's going on in this. Oh, okay, it's an Aetherborn, and he's finding something. Okay, and I believe we got 3 new cards. So, I still got a few more new cards left. So we got Master Tinket Crafter, 2 generic, 1 white, Dwarf Artificer, Servo and Thropter creatures you control get +1/+1. Pay 3 generic, 1 white, create a colorless Servo artifact creature. It's a Lord, and it's gonna give Thropters and stuff a boost. So good on it. That's very especially when you got Fabricate going on. It's gonna be an archetype, I'm certain. Pia Nar, basically Chandra's mom. 2/2, 2 generic, 1 red. A legendary human artificer. When there's a battlefield, put a 1/1 colorless Thopter flying into play. You may pay 1 generic, 1 red. Target artifact creature gets +1 until the end of turn. +1/+0. Sacrifice an artifact by paying anything, and target creature can't block this turn. Now, I've been hearing a lot of people not very happy with this, that it's weaker than the other legendary, basically both parents combined. And I stopped to look at it, I'm like, well, it's not that bad, it's decent. And then I thought on that concept, in fact, it's like half of the legendary, her parents. It's because it's a parent, so some of those abilities go towards her side of it, while the rest stayed with her father who died. So, yeah, I mean, give her a break. She doesn't have to be as good as both parents combined. She is still a parent. Larger than life, 1 generic, 1 green, sorcery. Target creature gets +4/+4 and trample until the end of turn. They say Head Judge Tezzeret will be reviewing every invention at the fair. They weren't revealing that flavor text for a while because Tezzeret, spoilers. Multiform Wonder, 5 mana, of any color. 3/3. Enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy. Pain energy. Gains your choice of flying, vigilance, or lifelink until the end of turn. I think I just give it the flying vigilance or flying lifelink. Then you can pay another energy and give it +2 or -2 or +2 or -2 +2. So either make it a 1/5 or a 5/1. And then we have, and there it is, by the way, it's another great piece of artwork. Yeah. Girapur Guide. It's Elf Scout, 3/2, 2 generic, 1 green, then pay 2 generic, 1 green. Target creature you control can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, so Thropters and Servos will not be able to block it. Last 2 cards. One's a vehicle, Demolition Stomper, 6 mana, 7/10, vehicle. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, but it's got crew 5, so you need to have a combination of things, at least 5 mana to get a 7/10 that's kind of got pseudo-unblockability. Last one is the white mythic, Cataclysm Gearhulk. 3 generic, 2 white, artifact creature, construct. Vigilance, 5/4. When it enters the battlefield, each player chooses an artifact, creature, or enchantment, and a planeswalker from among the non-land permanents that player controls. Then sacrifice the rest. Now, I was watching a lot of people debate, like, it gives your opponent the choice of what they want to do with your field. I'm like, no, it doesn't. I had to reread it. I'm going to reread it again. Enters the battlefield. Each player chooses an artifact, a creature, a planeswalker, or enchantment from among the non-land permanents that player controls. Then sacrifice the rest. Your opponent doesn't choose what you get rid of. I don't understand how people were. At least that's the way I was interpreting how they were complaining about the card. So I don't quite get where the complaint was coming from. Overall, it's one of those board wipes effects kind of. So it could be useful, but it could bite you in the ass. Absolutely. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Who wins? Put those ideas down there too. I'll get to them. Tomorrow will be Pokemon update because we finally got some more Pokemon news coming tomorrow. More Magic the Gathering, as always. And that's probably it. I probably don't have anything else planned for that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.